Okay, we're just going to set off in the car. We're going to go for a little drive from Frigiliana down to Nerja on the coast, which is about 15 minutes drive from here. I just need to turn the car around. God, a lot of traffic, a lot of cars. Frigiliana never used to be this busy, believe it or not. Last 20 years, it's got a lot busier. I'm going to have to do a 3-point turn. No paciencia, no patience. Okay.
In half a mile, at the roundabout, take the first exit onto MA-5105.
Yeah, you might hear the directions cutting in like a bad Spanish station. You turn up the classical music. I've got RNE class, Spanish classical music radio station on. I wouldn't normally be listening to this, to be honest with you, but I think, seeing as the views are so majestic, I think it's appropriate for classical music to accompany this journey rather than rock or flamenco or pop or whatever, or some kind of Spanish talk radio. There seems to be a lot of those. Turn it down a bit. There's the flags I was talking about. Oh, he's nicking my... He's got my parking spot.
At the roundabout, take the first exit onto MA-5105.
Here's that roundabout that Las Tres Culturas that I was filming.
In half a mile, at the roundabout, take the first exit onto Calle Directora de Frigiliana Nerja.
One of the old locals there. It's interesting watching the locals actually. It's one of the things that Laurie, my wife, and I, we like to do. Is people watch. We just sit there, grab a coffee, grab a glass of wine, grab a beer, rum and coke, gin and tonic, not all at once of course, and we like to just sit and watch people, look at people, especially the locals here in Spain. They're especially the old folk, because you know they're from a bygone era, you know, sort of the era of our parents. Of course I've lost both of my parents. Laurie's lost her dad. She's got a mom, he's alive and kicking and in rude health, and she's good. Thank God for that. So, especially in these COVID times.
At the roundabout, take the first exit onto Calle Directora de Frigiliana Nerja.
First exit, so that's a right. Yeah, there we go. Ah, we can see the sea.
In 1.8 miles, at the roundabout, take the second exit towards E15 and A7.
Second exit, that's straight on. You get a lot of cyclists in Spain, especially in this part of Spain, because the roads are windy, they're steep, they're motorcyclists as well, you know, they love these roads. And I've been driving on roads, and Laurie will tell you this, especially in the Alpujarras or the Sierra Tacadas, that are much more steep and much more windy than this, with sheer cliffs either side. So you don't really want to, you can't make a mistake. You don't want to do it drunk, that's for sure. The Spaniards, because the Spaniards, you'll see the Spaniards, the locals in the bars, knocking back the anise, the local liqueur, or drinking beer, or you know, something stronger, and then they jump in the car and they're off, you know. So you know what we're doing with the locals now. So we're heading up a bit before we go down a bit. It's a bus stop. You get buses running from town to town, village to village. If you don't like the idea
at the roundabout, take the second exit towards E15 and A7.
If you don't like the idea of driving, especially driving on the wrong side of the road, if you're British, you'll be driving on the wrong side of the road, then you can just get a bus. There's lots of buses. The bus services are very good in Spain, and also very cheap. I mean, I don't know how much it would cost to catch a bus from Frigiliana to Nerja. You can see Nerja in the distance coming up. Can you see it? Can you see it yet? Do you know what it is yet? As Rolf Harris used to say. Oh no, can't talk about Rolf anymore. So you can see the sea, and then you can see the town beneath the sea. Is that right? Underneath the sea, below the sea. I'd like to be under the sea, in an octopus's garden in the shade. We would be warm beneath the storm, in an octopus's garden in the shade. Do, 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 do. An octopus's garden with me. I'd like to be under the sea, in an octopus's garden in the shade. Anyway, enough of that. That's Ringo Starr's Octopus's Garden.
At the roundabout, take the second exit towards E15 and A7.
Fantastic. Old Ringo, he gets a lot of stick, but that was a good song. He wrote a few good ones. What did they say? Straight on up. Pay attention. Oh, Maria. I think it's down here from...
At the roundabout, take the first exit onto Avenida Alcalde Antonio Velasco Rosas towards M340A.
Yeah, that's right. Petrol station, cafe. The cafes at the petrol stations in Spain, I mean in the UK, they're awful. I don't know what they're like in the States, but in Spain, France, it's actually all over Europe, Western Europe at least, or Southern Europe.
Keep left onto Avenida Alcalde Antonio Velasco Rosas. Then at the roundabout,
the petrol stations,
take the third exit.
or the gas stations, are usually very good. You know, I mean, you know, the thing is, I think with Europeans, especially
at the roundabout, take the third
French,
exit
Spanish,
onto Avenida
Italians,
Alcalde Antonio Velasco
etc.,
Rosas.
is they love food so much that they won't tolerate bad food. You know, not like us in the UK, where we tolerate bad food at very high prices, and probably the same applies in the States. We tolerate it. They won't tolerate it, and they won't tolerate high prices either. You know, everything has to be affordable, at which is the way it should be. You know, I mean, food is a human right. Isn't it? You know, we all need to eat.
At the roundabout,
We all
take
need
the
to-
second
we all
exit
want to
onto
eat good
Avenida
quality
Alcalde
food,
Antonio Velasquez
well
Roses.
cooked, tasty, affordable. Anyway, better get off my soapbox. Right, we're coming into Nerja now.
In a quarter of a mile, at the roundabout, take the third exit onto Giretre de Frigiliana.
Third exit. That's a left. Okay, so I haven't been here for a few years, so I'm sort of having to rely on the sat nav. What time is it? 11:30. Is that right? No, that can't be right. Must be about 10:30 in the morning.
At the roundabout, take the third exit onto Giretre de Frigiliana.
Can you see the flags? We've got the EU flag, the Andalusian flag, the Spanish flag. I don't know what the other flag is. Probably the flag of Nerja. Of course, I voted to stay in the EU, remain in the EU. I'm not an idiot. Like the people who did vote for Brexit. They're finding out what a big mistake.
In 270 yards, at the roundabout,
Anyway,
exit
enough about
roundabout.
politics.
In a
Thank
quarter
God
of a
my
mile,
mother was Irish,
at the
that's all I can
roundabout,
say,
take
because
the
I've got an
first
Irish
exit onto
passport as
Plaza
well as a British
Cantorero.
passport. So it doesn't really affect me. It affects me in that things have gone up in price in the UK, and you can't get anything done because you know, we relied on EU workers, EU labour, and half of them went back, and I don't blame them. But in terms of if I want to move to the EU, if I want to go and live in Spain, France, Italy, Germany, you know, etc., 27 different countries.
At the
Because I
roundabout,
have an Irish
take the first
passport, I'm
exit
still
onto
an EU
Plaza
citizen.
Cantorero, then turn left onto Plaza de America.
I can come and live here, no questions asked. Don't need a visa, nothing. Just turn up, present my Irish passport, say I want to live here, and they'll say yeah, okay. It's a bit like when you come in from the airport. When you arrive at the airport, you go through immigration. The British lining up at immigration, and the immigration guy is, I think he said right. The immigration guy stamping their passports, looking at their passports, inspecting them, stamping them. They just take one look at my passport. Sometimes they don't even open it, look at the inside. They just look at the front and go, on your way, son, and just wave me on my way. Which is what they used to do with British passports when we were in the EU. When you turned up at an EU country, half the time they'd look at the front of the passport, not even open it, and just say, yeah, go ahead. It's the same with the Irish passport. So thank God my mother was, God rest her soul, was from Ireland, because it means that I have an Irish passport, dual nationality, British and Irish. Anyway, enough of that. Where are we? Blimey, it's busy now. I think they said rice. Did you say rice? Anyway, I'm going to do it right. What's the worst that can happen? Got to get out. Traffic. Whoop. Realised it was a two-way road. Oh yeah, I'm going left in 300, 190 yards. Yards? Don't they realise we're in Europe? Yards, they do meters. Anyway, a yard is roughly a metre. It's a little bit less than a metre.
Turn left onto Plaza de America, then turn right onto Calle de Méndez Núñez.
Turn left. It's a Calle. Oh, that's closed off, that road. Oh, you can't get in there anyway. Quite a civil. Can you do a lefty? Oh, 100 yards. 90 yards.
Turn left onto Calle La Cruz.
Calle La Cruz. Street of the Cross. Cross Street. That must be this one. Let's get in here. Oops.
In 270 yards, turn left onto Calle Pintada.
So we're in downtown Nerja. Oh, it's a lovely building, isn't it? Doña Carmen. What did she say? Turn left.
Turn left onto Calle Pintada.
Okay, okay, this is the street where my hotel is. Let's see. Where the hell it is.
In 330 yards, the destination is on your right.
Excuse me. I need another cafe con leche. Dying of the thirst. I have a terrible thirst on me. Right. We're looking for... Actually, I don't know what we're looking for. What's the name of the hotel? Can you remember? I can't remember. Guess what it is here? No. Watch out for the old bloke. Don't want to knock him over. Hostel Abril. Ah, that's it. Hostel Abril. Ah, okay. Well, I can't park here, can I? Okay, well, I found it, so I'm going to end the video now while
The destination is on your right.
While I
Arrived.
try and find out where to park. Thank you. Talk to you later. Bye.